lucky to have such a good lawyer, Manning. Vodka tonic, please.
Blair's attorney out for the count?
Not quite. But I worked out a framework for Blair's visits with Starr that's completely on our terms. Always in our home, at mutually agreed upon times. They don't leave the apartment, and the court-appointed social worker is present throughout the entire visit.
Yeah, I know the drill from when Blair had Gus, too.
I wasn't sure we'd get the never leave the apartment part, but Kara Richardson is nowhere near as tough as she thinks she is.
Is that clause permanent?
Well, the social worker will file reports and, thank you, future recommendations with the court. I told Kara I'd get back to her with your approval.
I hate it.
Well, it was the best we could do.
You know, when I was a kid, my cleaning lady had this ugly little mutt. Used to like to be in the kitchen. So my father would lock it in the dining room just out of spite, and the dog would kind of, scratch at the wall. One morning, the dog scratched loose a little bit of the plaster. And by the time we got home, the dog had scratched this great big hole and had gone through into the kitchen. See, the dog was determined, and all the dog needed was a little crack in the wall. In case you're missing the point here, Blair's a dog.
The dog got through because no one was home. We're here, we're watching, and we won't let it happen. Sorry.
It's odd. Taya, just the person I wanted to see.
What is it, Ian?
I have a job for Landview's savviest attorney.
Oh?
I want you to save your husband from himself.
I thought you'd gone back to the carriage house.
I needed a few more of my sweaters. How's Dorian?
She's exhausted. Cassie's trying to get her to sleep.
Well, I'm exhausted, too.
Of course you are, Kelly. It's always about you.
I am exhausted from everything that we've learned about the chaos and the abuse our mothers and Dorian have been raised in. I am exhausted from arguing with you. I think we owe it to ourselves. I think we owe it to Dorian to try to find some peace.
Well, like you said, you are exhausted.
My mother, Addie, and Dorian were forced into some sick rivalry. And now it's like you and I are determined to continue our family's messed up past with battling over Ian and everything else. What do you say? Can we just call a truce?
We do owe it to ourselves and to Dorian.
If we don't break this cycle, it will be passed on to the next generation.
I don't want that for Starr.
No, exactly. So I thought, when Mel and Dorian get back from Canton...
She has not agreed to go see Miss Stonecliffe yet.
Well, I hope she does. Because it's the only way that she'll really find out what happened to her family.
Maybe.
Anyway, if she goes, and when she comes home, I was thinking maybe I can move back here again.
And if she doesn't go?
I would still like to move back in.
Well, it's a big house. I don't see why we can't all coexist peacefully.
I like that. I'll see you tomorrow.
Is Ian Armitage anywhere around that hotel? Oh, no, you don't have to find him. Just leave a message, please, for him from Kelly Kramer. Come in.
Oh.
Hi, Cassie.
Some chamomile tea.
Well, isn't that sweet? Thank you, honey.
You know, you don't need to fuss for me. I'm perfectly all right.
I know you're all right, but I want to fuss. I love you.
You do realize that that's exactly what I said to Melinda when she was here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. You do love Melinda.
The things this family has done in the name of love.
I'm sorry that I pushed you so hard before. About why David took me away from you. It's just that every Christmas time, my grandmother would take me to the big department store to see Santa Claus. And he would ask me what I want for Christmas. And I'd say to see my mommy. I never understood why you so completely abandoned me as a baby. And I've never really forgiven you for that. And I think that's what has been behind all of our troubles. And then tonight I see you on a level that I've never seen before. And I'm very grateful for that.
Honey, you know you were right about me when you said that I was the kind of person who would have fought your father to the death to get to keep you. Except I was so afraid of myself. I was so afraid of my mother's terrifying irrationality, which I felt was boiling inside of me, and I did not want you to fall victim to that. And that's why I let your father take you away from me. And I swear to you, you cannot possibly imagine how it felt to be completely left alone with these uncontrollable feelings.
No, you're wrong, Mother. I can. Those feelings have been in me, and they terrify me.
I know that you had to face terrible demons when your baby died.
They're like you said. There are these irrational thoughts, and they just wash over you. You can't control them.
Yes. But you recovered, didn't you?
Did I?
Of course you did. See, my mother, she wasn't so fortunate. She never could find her way back from that dark place. Neither could my sisters. You did. I did.
Have you?
I hope so.
But what if they return?
Well, then we'll just resist them. Yes. The sins of the father or the mother are not visited on the child.
How can you believe that? Look at our family.
Because I have to believe it. Just as I have to believe that with strength, determination, intelligence, and a little bit of ingenuity, we can survive anything.
But we can't erase it.
No. And sometimes I do worry that my mother's ghost will reach out from the past and try to take control of me.
Yes. The same way that I worry. And Blair and Kelly.
Oh, gosh. My mother was a remarkable woman.
Well, you do look so much like her.
You know, sometimes I have dreams that I'm a little girl, you know? And then I wake up and I look at myself in the bathroom mirror and... Yep, it's her face I see looking back at me.
Now, wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be better to see your own beautiful face in the mirror? And to free those demons and get rid of those ghosts and to be free and to live your life again. Come on, that's what I certainly want.
Is that why you want me to go back to Canton with you and Mel?
Come on, Mother, if we could just find out why the circumstances of your parents' death have been covered up, maybe we can all finally put Sonia's ghost to rest.
Do you really believe that?
I don't know. I don't know, but I believe in hope. And I hope that we can do that, and I hope that you will come. We need your ingenuity. Okay, you gotta get some rest. Okay.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
All right, well, do you want a brandy?
No, thank you. I will be fine.
I love you.
Nope, that's not it. Come on, Joey. Think Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly, Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly. Yes! Yes!
Joey, what are you doing? I mean, I know this is your house, and I'm a guest, but as far as I know, Cassie isn't home and Kevin isn't either.
Well, I came to see you.
You know what, Joey? This really isn't, a very good time, so...
Well, what happened?
I found out some pretty scary stuff about my family today. About my mother's family. Things that would explain the reason why she is the way she is.
Well, I have an unoccupied shoulder.
It's too much to take in. I don't even understand it all myself.
You know, I remember when all that stuff about my mom started unraveling.
I don't know how much more I can bear.
I know, it's a pretty terrifying place to be. Especially alone. Unless that's the way you prefer it to be. Okay. I'm sorry. I better go.
Joey, wait. Why were you waiting for me?
Forget it.
What was it?
It was a bad idea. Trust me.
Why are you dressed like that?
Just don't ask, all right?
Joey, what were you doing before I came in?
I was about to make a giant fool of myself, okay? I was trying to make you laugh, like in the old days. And I was wrong. I made a big mistake. Made some Italian treats for you, though. Enjoy them. Hey, Get some sleep, all right? Trust me, it just makes things harder when you're tired. Makes it all seem worse. Let myself out.
Joey, wait. Don't go.
Taya, pay no attention to this jerk.
Todd does quite well on his own.
Yeah. What she said.
Excuse me, Mr. Armitage. There's a message for you from the front desk. Kelly Kramer called, asked that you meet her here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, if we can get back to the matter at hand.
There's nothing from which my husband needs me to save him.
You see, that's where you're wrong. He needs you to combat the two obstacles that are preventing him from the accumulation of great wealth.
In case you weren't aware, Todd is an extremely wealthy man.
Tens of millions, maybe. But billions? No. So what's standing in his way? Caution and sentimentality.
Todd is neither cautious nor sentimental. He just doesn't want to sell you the son. And frankly, as his wife and savvy attorney, I agree with him.
It's very rare to see a woman standing by her man these days.
Perhaps you just know the wrong women.
I hope you realize how lucky you are to have a wife who is so beautiful and so loyal.
Let me ask you something. What's your favorite part about having all those billions?
Well, since everything has a price tag, and I do mean everything, I can buy anything I want.
Yeah. Wouldn't count on that.
Ian, how are you? Well, if it isn't Mr. and Mrs. Manning.
Talk about the wrong women. Let's get out of here.
Pleasure.
Oh, and, about those billions, I would keep my hand on my wallet if I were you.
Taya, would you be so kind and give my daughter a message, please? Tell her her real mommy can't wait to hold her.
Thanks for reminding me, Blair. I do have to prepare Star for your visit. You see, she's, uncomfortable with strangers.
Yeah, and there's nobody stranger than Blair.
Oh, you two underestimate yourselves.
Let's get out of here. I think there's too many windows around here.
I think Renee is going to have to institute a cover charge for the entertainment.
It's good to see you too, Ian.
I would love to chat, but unfortunately I'm meeting someone.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I most definitely am.
Oh, no, you're not. Kelly's not coming.
What do you mean?
I'm the one that left you the message at the front desk.
Oh, that is a cheap trick, even for you, Blair.
Yes, it is, but it worked, didn't it? It was the only way I could guarantee that you would meet me here, and this time I do have your best interest at heart.
Sounds like another marketing campaign for Melodor.
Why don't you buy me a drink?
I don't think so.
Did Todd turn you down again?
What?
Your offer to buy the Sun.
How did you know about that?
Oh, come on. It's a small town. There's no secrets, especially for a old newspaper woman.
Old?
As in experienced. I'm tuned in.
Well, that sounds like a particularly good reason for me not to discuss my business with you any further.
Oh, Ian. On the contrary. You're a gambling man. Why don't you play this one out? Okay? You know, you could end up being the very, very big winner here.
You have all the cards. You deal.
See, I know how Todd feels about his paper. And I also know that he's turned you down twice, the way I reckon it.
Well, this player folds.
What if I could offer you a wild card? Suppose I guarantee you that you can acquire the Sun with or without Todd's cooperation.
Joey, why are you dressed like Gene Kelly, and why are you here?
Because I thought I might be able to find a way to make you laugh.
And you thought it was just as simple as that?
Okay, I know. I know. It was a dumb idea. Dumb, all right? I'm sorry. Obviously, you're not in the mood to laugh.
No.
Would a smile be out of the question?
Remember, Dory, be very, very quiet. You must not disturb your mother.
Yes, please.
Go to your mother. Go.
My mother was dead in her coffin, and all of us were there. You and Kelly and Blair and Addie when she was a little girl, and Melinda and Miss Stonecliffe and I was there. I was a little girl, and I was kneeling beside my mother's coffin as if I wanted to make peace with her, and suddenly her eyes snapped open, and she said, "Leave me alone."
Mother, it wasn't real. It was just a dream.
You don't understand.
No, come on.
Cassie, okay? I can't go to Canton, all right? And I don't want you to go. I won't allow it.
No, Mother, it wasn't your mother. It was just a nightmare, that's all.
Cassie, I cannot go. Do you listen to me? Honey, I just can't do this. I can't.
Come on.
No.
I shouldn't have let Blair provoke me like that.
Yeah. Well.
We both have to learn not to let Blair push our buttons. Otherwise, Star will pick up on the animosity, assuming she hasn't already.
Star's gonna be fine.
That may change when Blair begins her regular visits here.
It's not gonna be a problem. Blair will be on her best behavior.
You seem pretty confident.
It's a no-brainer. Blair's gonna be showing off for Susie, the social worker, and trying to make all her brownie points so that she can go in for the kill later. Believe me, that's her plan.
Like you said, I hate it.
Yeah, well, like you said, you gotta live with it.
I didn't exactly, but, you're right. Okay. As of this moment, Blair will have no more power over us tonight. Hey, what are you reading anyway? I've seen you reading that little book. The Way of Chuang-Tzu?
How do you propose to convince Todd to part with his beloved little newspaper?
Ian, please. Sit down and find me that drink.
Why not? A white one?
Oh, no, this is business. I will have a martini up, very dry, 2 olives, shaken, not stirred.
2, please.
Uh-huh.
All right. What's your plan, Miss Bond? Because from what I can see, you and Todd don't exactly have the coziest of relationships.
Actually, Todd and I hate each other. But then everyone hates Todd. Especially his staff over at the Sun. All of whom love me.
Here you are. Ah, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sure.
Cheers.
Do go on.
You announced your intentions of starting up Landview's third newspaper. At the same time, I call a secret meeting with the Sun staff, in which on your behalf I offer them a 10% raise and profit sharing if they come and work for you.
I see you're very generous with my money.
Well, why shouldn't I be? You have billions.
Yes, but I would like to keep a few.
Come on. Best case scenario, you have a complete staff in place with no effort on your part. And what is Todd left with? A couple of reporters, a printing press, and there's no way he can put out a newspaper.
Worst case?
Well, Todd would be terribly crippled, and you would get a very, very good price on the Sun.
And where do you fit into all of this?
Oh, Ian, I don't want much. Just a very well-paid executive staff position at your new newspaper. Of course, I'll do incredibly well there.
This is all quite amusing. Bottom line, what's it going to cost?
Well, after I've increased the circulation, I think it will probably cover my salary and the raises for the staff, of course.
I don't want probablys. I want specifics. Now, what's the current payroll?
Well, those figures are a little outdated.
Well, that isn't good enough. If you want a senior staff position, then you better learn to do your homework. Now, I want the exact figures down to the last penny.
Aye, Captain.
Oh, and one other thing. If this does all work out and you end up by working for a newspaper that I own, there is nothing personal between us. Understood?
Absolutely.
All right. You have the figures for me by tomorrow morning, and maybe I'll be interested.
Good work.
Yes, the girl is back in the driver's seat.
Martini over here for the champ.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
No, thank you. I'll have one, too. On her tab. So,
What?
how do we get a hold of the Sun's payroll records by tomorrow morning without tipping our hand?
Well, the records are all computerized. And the computer in Todd's office is the only one that has actual access to it. So, well, breaking into Todd's office is not going to be a big deal. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I know where the secretary keeps his key, but the big problem, Max, it's going to be getting past the security desk and then running into anybody else that works in the Sun. It's not like I'm exactly an unfamiliar face, you know.
Leave that to me.
You don't have to run away every time I happen to
Hey,
get
I
close
don't
to
run,
you.
all right?
Yeah, you do.
Lighten up.
Ever since we got back from the Bayberry Inn, you jump whenever I get within 2 feet of you.
Well, it's all that electricity between us.
You made your point real clear, Todd. I got the message. So don't flatter yourself, okay? I have no insidious little seduction schemes in mind for you. I may be a masochist, but I'm certainly not in the mood to humiliate
Look,
myself.
this may be a blow to your ego, Delgado, okay, but your personal magnetism had nothing to do with me standing up just then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fine.
I just have a lot of unfinished work, important unfinished work, and so I'm heading to the office.
Now?
Yeah.
But...
That's how I can afford this happy home.
I'm sorry you had a rough day.
Yeah.
Remember how we used to unwind after those?
Did you make the Scotty with sesame seeds?
Well, they're your favorite, right?
You remember?
I remember everything about you with complete accuracy.
Oh. Today I got an idea of what Dorian's childhood was like. I thought mine was difficult. She was hurt so badly as a little girl in so many mean and confusing ways. I don't understand how somebody could intentionally hurt a child that's that vulnerable.
Well, I asked myself the same question when I found out what my grandfather did to my mother.
Do you know that this explains why Dorian has been so needy? Why she tends to hold on to things so tightly? You know, and despite all of her successes, it's as if she is so scared of someone hurting her and taking it all away from her. All of those things, despite how much I love her, they make me crazy.
You know, it's funny. All the years, I never imagined Dorian as a child. Certainly not a vulnerable little girl. I mean, she never talked about her childhood to me, and I never brought it up. But I always had a clear picture of you. This beautiful, innocent little girl. But with the saddest eyes. And when you used to tell me about your childhood, I wanted to jump in this time machine and go back there and protect you from every bad thing that ever happened. Some fantasy, huh? I know that it's going to take something major for us to get back together, Kel. I wish I were a magician, you know, like a real one, like a wizard. With my own wand, I could just wave and make a miracle for you. Erase all the bad things that ever happened in your life. It's proof of how much I love you. Would that do it? Kelly?
Peter Jennings.
Joey?
We don't need to discuss any of this right now, okay? I want you to rest. And we can discuss all of this in the morning when it's sunny and warm and all the ghosts have gone away.
You were such a beautiful little baby. I know that all mothers think that their babies are beautiful. But you were.
Well, I was your daughter.
I used to love to hold you. Right there, in the crook of my arm. Your little head. The sweet smell of your scalp. Your skin. But you know, I used to sing you songs.
I love hearing this.
But then, I would realize how fragile you were. And that I was responsible for such a tiny, helpless little soul. I mean, nobody had ever taught me how to love like that. And when I let your father take you away, my arms, my very soul, was empty.
Well, they're not empty anymore, Mother. Everything's gonna be all right. I promise.
Okay, let's go.
Right. Where's Nick?
Come on, do this fast and get out of here. What's with the high heels?
If they didn't have my size in the janitor's closet, all right, Rashid?
Oh, great.
Just relax.
Just open the door.
We're here.
Just open the door.
Here, right. Sure, nobody's looking. What key is it? I'm sorry. Yep, this one's got it. Just make sure they... Go! All right. If I can just figure out what the name of the payroll files are under. What is it?
I thought you knew.
Just a minute. Give me a second, please.
Why don't you call up the director?
Duh, what do you think I'm doing here right now? There it is.
Necessary evil, how Todd.
Okay, now we just print it out, wait a few moments, and mission is accomplished.
I just need to figure out what kind of job you want to create for yourself at Ian's new paper to keep you in close constant proximity.
No problem. Once we have just rated the sun here, I'll be able to give Ian exactly what he wants, and he will know how valuable I am to him in every way.
For Substance money, you positively glow.
Just cough it up, machine. Come on.